It's from oxnifty.nft. And he says, show me the last time you tweeted good morning and earned 35 cents. I'll wait. This is Twitter on the blockchain powered by Hive. Join us. And he's talked about Leofinance here. He's got an image there where he says, I bet the people on Twitter would freak out if they saw a two-letter tweet makes 20 cents. Let's show them what it looks like. And he's just put GM. And he's got 35 cents, never mind 20 cents. I don't know what it's at now. I don't know if there's a link there anywhere. But yeah, go check that out and give it some upvotes. It's quite nice to see. Do you guys?
That's his secret plan to just get rich and retire.
That's it. That's how you do it. You just put out good morning every day, and it compounds.
I made a tweet about that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just going to jump in and say the other cool thing about Nifty and what he's done is like he's actually launched a GM token where you can you just say hashtag GM friends every day and you earn like this NFT token that he created. So it's like a meta threads token on top of the Leo on top of the Hive. So you've got now you've got the trickle down effects of like stacking 3 different tokens and you can earn them all just by creating these short form pieces of content. So I'm kind of excited to see other people take Nifty's lead and just kind of like run away with all these crazy ideas.
Yeah, it definitely makes it fun. And people might think that, oh, well, what's the value there? Well, I think there might be a lot of value in knowing who are the good morningers and making after a while, you're like, look at all these people who distributed good morning token. They all pretty much participated in our morning ritual of saying good morning. And now you have a community, and then you can sort of, get together. So that's a cool idea there. And I just want to comment on what I really like about Threads and what I'm seeing is they basically invented a way to do short form content on chain properly on Hive, which is very important. I think you're gonna have a lot of activity off chain, and you're gonna have incentivized storage. That's what the Speak Network's all about. But I think a lot of communities are going to want to be on chain. And as resource credits grow, they're going to band together to make sure that they have enough resource credits to be an on-chain community. I think that's going to become a term, off-chain, hybrid, on-chain communities. And then, of course, the apps themselves, if they want to offer a better user experience, they'll suck it up. They'll pay the resource credits and monetize on the back end by offering a nice on-chain experience. People, then you can have premium, whatever you want to do on top of that to monetize. But I just wanted to shout out to that. It's a very genius way. Everyone knew the challenges of posting on chain short form content, and they've done it in such an elegant way. So it's very nice. I like where it's going, because you're definitely going to need on chain short form content regardless. So it's a piece of the puzzle that needs to be there. So.
I think
thank you. Yeah, it was definitely interesting to think about the different ways we could have done short form, like making them top level posts, like, or turning them into custom JSON. So, I'd say half of the battle was just figure out how do we want to push this on chain without, pissing people off or making it unscalable. So that's definitely one of the more fascinating, philosophical questions behind it.
So I just want to come in here from Mane. He said he posted in the CTT chat room today is dead because everyone's chatting on Threads. But there's a couple of hanger-oners. There's a couple of people left over, and Manny says his good morning tweet is now 81 cents. Ken Code then says maybe Dpol has an API that Leo could utilize to implement polls on Threads. That's an interesting point. Manny says,
sorry to cut you off.
Just finish this quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Manny says we really need to have to solve that mystery, and then Nifty says good morning, and I'm like, damn, no monetized upvotes on that good morning. So this is where we are.
He brought his average down.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, you're good. I was just gonna jump in. So we announced, I think, when did we announce that? Like 4 or 5 days ago, that we were about to launch polls on Threads. So. I'm kind of hoping to have it out this week, but it's all subject to the calendar. But it will basically let you run polls exactly like how they look on Twitter. But on the back end, when people upvote a poll, it's actually sending a piece of data to the Hive blockchain.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like that. There's one feature, I don't know if it's already exists or it's in a pipeline, but if I post a thread, can I auto post to Twitter? And then when it auto posts to Twitter, can it say something at the bottom like on threads and like a link back to my thread? That way all my tweets can now be sent like little mini promotions for threads.
Yeah, we kind of toyed with something on the old UI where it would pop, you would post and it would pop up and you would be able to like, it would pop up basically like another Twitter modal. And then you would like, it would pre-fill it with all the same data you had so that, you know, you didn't have to like retype anything. But then you'd still have to like click tweet, you know? So like, I guess what we're trying to figure out right now is if we want to launch just that feature where, you know, it has a pop-up, or if we can figure out how to make it automatically do it so you don't get a pop-up. I'd say one of those two things will hopefully be live in, give it like a month.
I don't mind a pop-up, but automatic would obviously be smoother. But that way, yeah, because sometimes I just forget or I don't know a real elegant way to like post like because I have the long link. I guess I can shorten the link and then but you see what I'm saying. I want something that's elegant, sort of like originally on threads at the bottom of the tweet, and that way you have the link back. You get the SEO stuff. Plus, people are like, "Oh, what's this threads?"
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. Automate, simplify, and yeah, because right now it's basically expected that you like write it on threads, copy it, post it, go to Twitter, paste it, then add the threads link into it. That's just not going to be, something that the average person wants to do.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, that would be and then while we're talking,
did you have a list pre-prepared here, Dan? Is that what this is?
I love it. Dan is asking when. I love it.
And NFT profile pictures. I don't know if that's a thing yet, but that would be real dope too. That like your cool. Hive ones, So like, yeah, you just have like your Hive punk there, and then you click on it, and you can see, like the little stats where see it on chain and all that stuff. Maybe get with the NFT creators because it shouldn't be that hard. From a non-coder, it shouldn't be that hard, but it would be really cool to have. Yeah, I think it's really cool. The future of threads is awesome. There's a lot of little things you can rally around right there, and then maybe even pop up short end, front ends. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, so it's cool. But cool to hear that at least the auto posted Twitter's in the pipeline. And we could talk about the NFT FPs. I guess off talk.
Yeah, I'll have that auto post up for you soon.
Cool. That's pretty much how Leofinance rolls. Someone asks when, we reply soon.
And then eventually it happens. It goes from soon to very soon to now.
Yeah. We know the feeling. It's good software development. It's not on the same timeline as normal time. It's on a random expanding and contracting timeline. I want to get some bragging rights here. We've got the trending list here. Leofinance has got 143 threads today. Leo's got 191, and CTT has just surpassed it with 193. And we're going for the Spanish community next, which has got 292. I wonder if we can get to the top of trending by the end of this show. We've got to get another 200, 250, 300 threads before we get to the top of the trending on Leofinance. Let's see. #CTT. Keep using it, guys.
And yeah, there's a cool thing about threads right now that we have planned for the near future, is that there's a lot of aspects that we can gamify. So, for example, if you just said, okay, CTT, let's just run over every trending tag, and then you get all your community members to start doing some threads, and then you get the leaderboard, and then you get to the top first, and you stay there, I don't know, for 2 days. That could be gamified and added some prizes or some benefits to the community or the hashtag. So there's a lot that we can just gamify, but we would need feedback. So if anyone has any feedback on how we can gamify the threads experience, that would be amazing.
How do people give you feedback, Eric?
Just write directly to Cal, not to me.
Perfect. Love it. I'll get right back to you guys too.
He's got that. He's got Control C, Control V on soon.
No, yeah, I mean, you can write to Leo Growth or to me directly, and I can just filter out what works, what doesn't, and I can expand to that on that. So, yeah.
That also brings me to another thought where ThreeSpeak, where we're trying to go, is to become like an infrastructure provider to the community, to the wider community. So you might know that XNC is working on integrating ThreeSpeak video functionality. ActiveFit's done some of this work as well. The Skate Hive community are interested. I know you guys have expressed some interest in having shorts videos on your threads. The only thing is, obviously, the videos are currently top-level content, and the threads are comments. So we've got to figure out a way to implement the video posting capability into a comment-level piece of content. But I don't think that's going to be too hard to do technically. It's just finding the resources to do it. But I think, if we can get that done and provide you guys, our whole point here is to basically do the hard work of figuring out how to post videos so you guys don't have to, and then you guys can benefit from just implementing the API. That's what we hope we get to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited for, from our front end, if if you guys solve that video back end of something like almost like a TikTok with the ThreeSpeak shorts, I'm so excited to take that and turn it into the Threads front end and basically build out a TikTok front end.
Yeah. And the thing that's going to make me really happy about the whole thing is, if we've done the legwork to do the base work, and then it just makes it as easy as possible for you guys to integrate so that you guys can look back at it and go, shit, we didn't have to build our whole damn back end. We didn't have to do the whole thing ourselves. We just implemented the APIs. It might not be perfect, of course. It's going to be a little bit buggy initially, but you're going to get to a point where you look back and go, we just saved like 90% of our man hours on this job and we got video functionality into the app, and that's where I want to take ThreeSpeak, and hopefully all the other apps can benefit from that as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely down to let you guys do the hard work. I'll just make the front end look cool.
You guys have got plenty of the hard work to be focusing on, so.
And I do think that it's probably one of the best strategies, looking at it long term. If Hive dApps manage to work together, it's going to be pretty so much easier for all of us to grow together as an ecosystem, because I think you have seen this over the past 5 years, Matt. Most of the dApps have a great tech, but it seems like we're not working together, and it seems like everyone wants to just do their own thing. But the moment that this kind of partnerships or collaborations happen, it's how we can actually reach mass adoption,
Exactly, man. I really think so. And I know there's a lot of the initial thought is oh, well, we've built the tech, so we've got to benefit from the tech. But at the same time, it's well, no, this tech allows us to think a little bit wider and kind of go, well, if we're integrating each other's tech into each other's apps and we're doing it in our own ways, right? So it's not like you're going to have the exact same experience on each app. You might have some of the same services. Some apps will integrate, some apps won't. Some apps will integrate in a different way to other apps. It's going to be really cool to see. But the point is that any of the apps that succeed, the rest of us succeed by default because of the base layer system, because of the base layer token, the base layer governance. So honestly, I'm just give it away. I'm just give it all away. Let these guys integrate. Let them save some man hours. If they've got traffic over there and it helps the whole ecosystem benefit, then great. And where else can you actually think like that apart from on a truly decentralized layer one chain?
Yeah, and that's the thing. If Threads gets adopted, and we get 10,000 users, and we use the ThreeSpeak short clips system, that's 10,000 more eyes that ThreeSpeak will get just by Threads going mainstream. So it's just a snowball effect.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like an interesting bill at the end of the month as well. But we'll suck it up. We'll do it. But no, that's good. I'm loving it. And actually, it brings me on to another question about Leofinance and Threads. Is it something where you guys are thinking to help build an API so that other apps can integrate their own version of Threads in some way?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing for us right now is, we went through a few months of testing with the leofinance.io/threads, like the old version of it, which was basically us saying, okay, we've got like this kind of primitive back end to play with. So then we got, our user base playing with it. And then, just recently we launched the front end that actually, like the real front end, and a lot of the work that's left to be done now is to scale it all up so that we can say, I think right now we've got probably like 2,500 threads being created every day. And, if we want to scale that up to, where we want it, which is we could handle, millions created per day, that's going to be a big, challenge to kind of hit those stepping stones.
Well,
so
maybe that's where the off-chain posting comes.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like the scaling of like using a blockchain is actually very difficult. I mean,
Sure.
we all know that every blockchain has had their, scaling wars, right? So, I think the way this is going to go is like right now we're actually working on scaling the back end, and we went from being able to do a few hundred to a few thousand, and now we're kind of pushing tens of thousands that we can handle per day. And then, I would say once we kind of hit like that apex of like we can handle over 100,000 a day, then we're going to release an API and say, if you guys want to plug in and post threads from your UI, then just, use these links and then, have some dev tools.
That's very interesting, man. I'm very much looking forward to some solutions there. I mean, we're building our own community platform, so maybe there'll be a threads feature in there. That we use Xsense's base code and we fork it, right? And it's like, well, that's the other snowball effect here is like if Xsense integrates it and then other people have forked their tech, that'll be an easy integration into that tech as well, and it just goes on, it just snowballs.